It's spring and the time for love, and that's why it's time for the show we love, PolicyTok.
You should come. The Forgery is having its annual Valentine's Day axe-throwing speed dating mixer, and the paramedics there are so cute.
Hello, I'm Ronnie Jo Dalchuk.
And I'm Helena Michaels.
And you're listening to OSBA's PolicyTok.
Well, welcome back, policy listeners, and to this very first episode of PolicyTok for 2025. I know I'm super excited and raring to get this season off the ground and your policy manuals updated. Ronnie Jo, how do you feel about being back in the studio after a long holiday break?
Well, Helena, I have to admit, I'm not my usual chipper self. I've had butterflies in my stomach, and my heart's racing. I have cold sweats and hot sweats, blurred vision, optical migraines,
Oh my.
phantom smells. Even my fingernails have been sensitive.
Wow, Ronnie Jo, sounds like love may be in the air and you've been hit by Cupid's arrow. Either that or your gastritis might be flaring up again.
It's neither, Helena. I'm just really excited about this February issue of the PDQ newsletter. OSBA is recommending updates to that regulation, DJFR, that Gami showed us how to customize in the last episode. A coincidence like that really gets me going.
Oh yes, this February issue of the February PDQ is a policy love letter to our subscribers, and we are certainly sharing the updating love with our districts.
Just in time for Valentine's Day, Helena, or as I like to think of it, Control-Shift-V Day.
I get it. Paste. Did you just make that up right now?
Actually, I've always thought of Valentine's Day like that. How else would you think of it?
Oh, well, okay, moving on.
Oh, look, we have a caller.
How exciting.
Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
I see several versions of policy samples for JECBB, Interdistrict Open Enrollment, in this issue of the PDQ. How can I tell which version is right for my district? Or should I just put them all on the board's agenda?
Once again, we have our favorite policy guru, Gami Narvaez, here in the studio with us to help you show your policy manuals some TLC. Gami, in the spirit of Valentine's Day, can you play Cupid and help Bree find her perfect policy match?
You know, Ronnie, can I just play matchmaker or something? I always found Cupid a little off-putting. I mean, a chubby baby shooting love arrows at strangers, it's also aggressive, you know?
Sure. Maybe we should just get back to the question.
You know what? Yeah, sure. As long as I'm not Cupid. Anyway, back to Bria. This is a great question. We do get some confusion around our policy samples with multiple versions of the same policy code. So in this case, the correct version of JECBB depends on your district's current interdistrict open enrollment policy. So for example, if your district allows students from adjacent districts to enroll, you look for the version of JECBB with adjacent district in parentheses. If your district allows statewide enrollment, you'd look for statewide. Or if your district doesn't allow open enrollment whatsoever, you would look for do not participate. We recommend reading through each version very carefully and then having a conversation with your superintendent prior to choosing a policy. Please feel free to reach out to OSBA and speak to a policy consultant if you or your super have additional questions, but be sure not to adopt more than one version of JECBB. We are a monogamous organization when it comes to policy codes. No judgment to other state associations. I'm just one of many policy matchmakers out there.
Wow, Gami. That answer was a hunk of burnin' policy love. And once again, you are the manual king.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, our producer Scott in the technician booth is telling us that's all the time we have for today. Listeners, JECB, be ready to fall in love with policy all over again when you read this next issue of the PDQ newsletter. And join us next time as we discuss numbered lists.
This has been PolicyTok. Coming up next, exciting ways to decorate your office for St. Patrick's Day.